What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about everything new this week in the crew. Let's go. All right, this week marks something special in the season. It's the halfway point of the season. We've been through 2 months of season 8. It is week number 9, and it's the last week of this month, which means next week we should be expecting a lot of new things. This video might be a little bit light because there's not a ton of stuff to talk about, but I'm going to go through everything that's new. So let's talk about the summit first. This is the Midnight Millionaire Summit. It's obviously themed around New Year's, and we have a brand new car up for grabs this week, the Mercedes-AMG One Motorsport Styling Package Star Edition. We also have a nice epic smoke called the Night Shift Smoke for gold, which is kind of like a free vanity. I've said this so many times, but gold is pretty easy. You got to do all of the events and you most likely you'll get gold. If you're in silver, obviously there's some improvements that you need to do. And keep in mind, if you're new to the game and you're just like not on board with the summits yet, the summits are like free rewards up to gold, because all you have to do is do the events and do as best you can. If you crash, just redo it. If you crash again, just redo it again. You can do it as many times as you want in 1 week and improve your scores all throughout the week. It's whatever your rank is at the end of the summit, which is on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central is when it ends, when it closes, and you can't do anything about it again. So you've got all week to, improve your scores. Gold is basically a free reward, so it just takes a little bit of effort. Silver is kind of nice as well. We've got a hypercar parts, 5 of them actually, and these are fully leveled up parts. If you don't have hypercar parts or you're just brand new to the game, this is a great way to get parts. You have 5 fully leveled up legendary parts. Now, they're not guaranteed to be the same like matching set, but you're gonna get 5 parts, which is nice. Even if you're just looking for 1 and you're like, I just need that 1 nitro chemist part, this gives you 5 to recraft and try to make into a legendary nitro chemist, so it saves you some time. And the bronze reward is about 100,000 bucks, which is nice. I think, to be honest with you, they should increase this amount for bronze. You should get money just for doing the summits, which you do. You get 100,000 for participating in at least one event. You get 100,000, but to participate in the event you have to buy the summit bundle, which, by the way, this week's summit bundle is 2.6 million. It is insane, and it comes with the Pagani Utopia, which is this car here, and the Apollo Project Evo. Both sick cars. Both of these cars handle pretty well. They're decent cars. They're not the best, but they work, and you can use them in hypercar. It's just these 2 cars, they're great to add to your collection. It's just expensive if you're just looking at just the rewards for the summit. Now, I already talked about it just a little bit, but here is the brand new Mercedes-AMG One Motorsport Styling Package Star Edition. The car drives okay. I'm going to take it out in this summit event so you can see kind of how it feels, but there's some things that I'm a little bit concerned with this car. I don't think that it handles bumps very well, and that sort of makes it a little bit unusable when it comes to grand races. It has really good acceleration, it has really good NOS power, but it just feels a little bit lackluster in terms of like overall suspension. It's way too stiff, and the car is way too light. So you can see, even on this just little hill here, you're going to get a little bit of air, but on this particular turn, you can kind of feel it. See, I'm drifting it here across these bumps, and I'm really having to baby the throttle in order to make sure it doesn't jump. So this is, I'm doing a lot to control this car. But watch over this stuff here. A lot of jumps. I'm having to really work to control the car, which is not great for everyone else. That being said, I do think the car has some pretty good acceleration and NOS power. Like I said, it handles fairly well. I wouldn't say it's a good handling car, but there's some things that I really wish it did better. And one of those things is just to be more stable. Like it needs to be, just a little bit more easy to use, considering it's not going to handle as well as the Agera R. Nothing really is anyway. But the fact that this car is better for the general public in terms of like NOS power and acceleration, it would be nice if the car was just a little bit more stable. Watch this NOS power over this jump though. Almost cleared the water. And I bet if I had a full NOS tank, I would have cleared the water. I should have saved it a little bit. Anyways, that is the new car. We can take a look at it in a little bit more detail here. We'll pop into photo mode real quick. All right, so here it is, man. This is the brand new AMG One, and it looks basically like the original AMG One, but it has a special livery on it. I don't see any real body changes. but I could be wrong. It just looks very similar, and that kind of feels a little bit lackluster to me. Now, the car itself performs pretty well, but so does the regular AMG One. Like, even just, I don't know, it's all right. It just feels, I don't know, for like a special summit car, and particularly one that you're ending the year on. Like, this is a big event. This is the last car of 2025, and we're kind of met with sort of a lackluster reward. And I'm not trying to criticize too much because I love the crew and I like IVT, but this just feels a little bit lackluster. That's just my opinion. So anyways, this is the summit car for this week. If you guys don't want to grind for this car, you really don't have to. This will be available in the Prestige shop in about 6 months, and I've counted the months. I think it's exactly 6 because the rest of this season is 2. The next season is going to be probably 4 months, and then we'll have season 8. Then we'll have season 10, and in season 10's Prestige shop, you should be able to get this one. So it's not too long of a wait if you're like really missing out, or if it turns out, like, obviously we haven't tested this car. If it turns out that the car is like actually really good or better than other cars in the class, then obviously you're gonna want to pick it up. So you don't have to wait too long for that. It's only 6 months. All right, let's move on to the vanities, man. This week's vanities are okay. We've got the encrusted gold tire. We've got the fire underglow and the prismatic green tire. Now, as far as the weekly vanities at the bottom here, we've got the green underglow here on the right side, and then the blue prismatic nitro along with the prismatic blue underglow. So these are matching. They look kind of cool. The prismatic blue underglows are great. They're $7 usually, and I don't know what it is. I have this blue one already. They're around $7, so that's kind of what this is. If we go here to the dark punch nitro, I actually like this nitro. It's only $1 for this, and it looks pretty cool. Like, it comes out and it's like sort of a little bit big, and it's not as long as I would have liked. I like the longer tail nitros, but this one is, you know, I think it's pretty nice for $1. I think it's not too bad if you're looking for something a little bit different than normal. Then we got the pink confetti smoke. I think this one's all right as well. That's nice for anyone who loves pink. That's great. $2.50. The gold stripes tire, which by the way is considered by many to be like the, you know, meta tire in terms of vanities, or at least one of them. This particular tire, when you equip it, actually moves the physical rim out a little bit wider on your car, and it's an unintended consequence by the game. They really didn't mean for this to happen, but there are certain vanities that do help. But here's the thing. It's such a minuscule difference in handling or in grip or whatever you want to call it. It's just such a small difference that 99.9% of the players can't really take advantage of that extra grip anyway. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. Don't feel like you have to buy this in order to win races or anything like that. If you're incapable of winning races in the grand races, then there's other things going on that are going to be more important to focus your time on. Simply buying this tire is not going to make you win a grand race, okay? That's kind of what I'm trying to say. No shame to anyone who doesn't win. My whole channel is built off of people who need to get better. So my point is, don't feel like you have to buy this in order to win a race. So you don't have to buy vanities in order to, you know, get better at the game. There's a lot of things that you can do before that. Up next, we got the Billionaire's Works smoke, which to me kind of just feels like a regular smoke. It's just kind of regular, right? Doesn't seem that exciting. But that one's $2.50. Fireworks underglow. This one's kind of cool. I wish it was a little bit more detailed. It feels a little pixely, but I think it's pretty nice. It actually looks all right. I like the movement. I like any vanity that has movement. It's pretty cool. And then finally, we got the celebration horn, which, by the way, I gotta turn this up a little bit here. Preview this. It's like a celebration for New Year's, right? That's pretty good. It's all right. It's pretty good. It's $1. I think it's fine for $1. All right, let's move on to the custom bundle this week. We've got the Koenigsegg Gamera Outclassed Edition, which is a special edition version of the car, which is nice. Then you've got the Gold Line Smoke, the Gold Line Tire, which, by the way, this is another tire that I think people generally use just because it looks pretty cool. And then the Gold Line Nitro. So you got the full gold line set, actually. The 1, 2, 3 gold lines. And then obviously it comes with the official style rim number 1. This is not super expensive once you own the car. I believe it's a 90,000 or 6. That's probably on sale for 63,000. That's a good deal. $6.30 and you get 3 vanities. That's much cheaper than you can buy vanities in the vanity shop. And speaking of custom, let's go to the custom show. I have not registered a car yet. The custom show this week is restricted to hypercars, and the rewards look like this: 100,000 100,000 XP, 100,000 bucks, and 100 prestige tickets just for basically I mean, anyone can get gold. You just have to vote for yourself every day. I don't know if you knew this. You can vote for yourself every day. A lot of players don't know that. Go in and just log in and vote for yourself in the custom show every day. You basically will get a free platinum reward. Depending on the platform. I think PlayStation needed a few more votes than that. But anyway, the Scion Legacy tire is the platinum reward for this week. I don't think I have this. In fact, here's a suggestion. If any of the IVT devs are watching this video, can you guys put a little check mark on the platinum reward if we have it, so we know not to go for it? Like, I don't even know. I don't want to search through all of my I have hundreds of vanities. I don't want to search through all of those to see if I have this tire before I register. Can you just put a little check mark? It should be pretty easy, right? A little cross reference. Do you have it in your inventory? Check mark. Yes. Don't worry about it then. You know, same thing with the platinum summit rewards. For people who already have the platinum reward for the summit, can you just put a little check mark? That way there's less people even going for it. That might open the doors a little bit for some of the newbies. Anyways, let's get into it. We gotta register another hypercar. Last time we registered a hypercar, it was the Agera R, and it looked, you know, something like, where is it? This one here. It's one of my wraps here for the Agera R. It got, I think, 5 votes or something like that. We ended up in gold. I might do it again just to see what happens, but maybe we should register this 919 street instead. It's horrible. The stripes don't even line up on the front. This was a wrap for a different car, and then I just like slapped it on this car and didn't fix anything. We're just gonna register this just like it is. If someone wants this livery, they can have it. My liveries are an absolute mess. All right, we're gonna vote for ourselves. Like I said, vote for yourself every day. Yep, this is my car for this week, dude. It's terrible. But you can download the wrap now because it's public. All right, for the grand races this week, number 1, it's boosted. Another 50% boost for the grand races this week. But if you watch my last week's video, you'll know that doesn't mean anything. This is not a good money method. I'm telling you right now. Grand racing does not get you more money than just doing the actual money methods. We'll get to those in a minute. As far as the modifiers this week, we've got air only section, which means we're gonna have jets for this week, and we've got no collisions. And I believe that's it for this week. We got no collisions. Oh, and AMG One is also listed as a modifier, but I don't see it in here. If you go to the article on the website that details all of this stuff, it says that AMG One is a modifier for this week's grand races. So I'm not sure if that was a typo. There's something else going on, but you can pick any hypercar you want for this particular air only section. I'm gonna have to go to the other one and see if there's like 2. Sometimes they have 2 modifiers listed on the same race. So I'm gonna have to check that out. And finally, let's talk about the money methods for this week. The best money method out of anything you can do in the game is this race here, Hummer Express. Now, to do this, you have to play through the entire Electric Odyssey playlist, which unlocks custom mode because you can't just do it in the regular version of this race. It's important to do this in AGP. I'm gonna go through this a little bit with you because this video, again, is not like super long for this one, but I want to show you the actual path because it's not the path you think it is. First thing you do is turn around. And I know AGP is a little bit slippery on the dirt. Make sure you're not letting off the gas. Keep the gas pinned whenever you're on the dirt. All right, this is the path here. You're gonna follow the yellow line once you turn around and go through this city and go across this bridge. When you see this green sign on the right side, you're gonna go right, and you're gonna stay with this road here, and then you're gonna go straight through here and reset when you get to this tree. To reset, you need to turn rewind off in your difficulty settings, but resetting is going to teleport you here to this dirt road. You're going to follow the dirt road around. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Remember, throttle down when you're on the grass. Keep it in a higher gear as well. There's no need to be in a low gear on this one. That is if you're playing manual. If not, just keep your throttle pinned. We're going to follow this road around here. And then when you get to the end of this road here, you're going to go straight into the grass, or into the dirt, I mean. And we are going to try our best to control the car here. It has a tendency to slip out a little bit there. Just don't downshift. Keep the throttle pinned and try to control it. Get yourself to the finish line. And a minute and 19, a minute and 20 seconds for that. How much money did I get for this one? 15,000 plus the bonus, 34,000 bucks in just a minute and 20. And to be honest with you, I could have gotten even more. There was no modifier. I could have gotten a clean driving modifier, which I didn't put on. That was on me. I could have been in a crew. That's an extra 15%. If you do it with a buddy, you would get a lot more if you just pay attention to those modifiers. This is just a simple run through so you guys know the path. All right, lastly, there are 4 Christmas vanities that you can earn just by searching through treasure boxes. These are your 4 vanities. You've got the red tire, the red cloud tint, the Christmas party smoke, and the icy Christmas nitro. These are available from right now. Basically, it started right before Christmas, but they're available right now until January 7th. So you've got until the 7th to actually get these out of boxes. Make sure you're getting your treasure boxes just when you log into the game. Grab a treasure box. When you get out a race, grab a treasure box. Just do it every like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes or so, and you'll be able to get all 4 of these eventually. Now, if you don't know how to get treasure boxes, there's spawn locations all over the map. So all you have to do is go to my website, militiagamingco.com. Click on Motorfest Tools and scroll down to the map section, and then you can turn all the filters off. Just look for the treasure locations. Now, those locations are not guaranteed to have a box. Those are the possible spawn locations, and you can do this just by, you know, looking at the map, just like this. Open the map, zoom into different locations until you find a box. Usually there's one on this point. Oh, there's a box. But it's a blue one. Let's see if we can find a better one here. The next one is right here in these, it's like shipyard. Hey, there we go. There we go. We got a purple. All right, we can open it now. Can we get the red tire? Can I get a red tire, please? It's the last thing I need. What do we got? What do we got? No red tire. All right, we'll find it eventually. Anyways, here are the vanities for the Christmas time. You got the smoke here. This is the Christmas smoke, I guess. It's the red and white with stars. Never mind my underglow. This is the tint as well. You can see it kind of moves like a red cloud, like moves over the car, which is kind of cool. I like it. And then you got the nitro, which is just icy. It kind of sounds like Christmas as well. If only I had the tire, I'd have a full set. And that's it. This video is going downhill real fast. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to everyone who's watching this. And here's to another great year in Motorfest. Happy 2026, everyone. Thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.